Hello YouTube Vintage Stereo Restorers. Here's the Toshiba SA-300 on the bench. I took the faceplate off. I take most of them off. It's the only way you can do a really good cleaning. Especially on the back of this plastic lens here. But if you look at this one must have been put in a good place, you know. And there's hardly any dust inside of it, very clean. The plating that's on the chassis isn't corroded. I did the light modification. That's time on the first video. See if we can get a good shot of that. So there were 4 wedgie bulbs. Each one's been replaced by 2 high intensity white LEDs. And I was able to reuse this board. There's a couple holes in it that I was able to put a rectifier in. Then there's a filter cap. So I'm taking the 6-volt AC power supply for those 4 incandescent bulbs that were there, rectify it, and then I needed, in order to use 2 in each slot here, a 68 ohm half-watt resistor. Quarter watt would work too. Just get all the voltages right. So each bulb gets 3 volts and then 1 volt, 1.1 on that one. Because when you rectify it out, you end up with higher DC voltage. Now here's a question you got to ask yourself when you work on these, okay? Here's a unit. I paid, I don't know, $40 or $50 for this one, not much. It needed some work. It was sounding good, but not great. And I was able to change the main filter. This is a single rail power supply, the 2200 for a 2200. There's 2 1000 microfarad coupling caps. They're kind of hard to see. See if I can turn this thing around without causing a disaster. Back there, see the blue ones? Yeah. Those, so 2 of them are the coupling caps for the speaker outputs, and the one is for the next drop in voltage is 1000 microfarads of filtering. So it doesn't have a great deal of filtering. It's a 12 watt per channel receiver. And you think to yourself, well, I didn't pay much for this. It's not one that anybody's going to pay a fortune for. But this is actually a very well built unit. Impressively well built. It was built in 76, 77, this model. And so it does not have an SDK. It has 4 NPN outputs. The entire FM tuner is discrete all transistor, no ICs, no PLL. It's kind of the last of the real FM stereo tuners, if you know what I mean. There are 2 small ICs for the phono preamp and 2 ICs around the tone controls down in there. And they're the type of TA7109 AP. And I think, what's the other one, 7221 or something. They're the ones that they don't cause many problems. So anyway, if we come back to the front here, looks kind of nice. That blue. It's not 100% even, the light distribution. I want to work on that, spread them apart a bit. Yes, great FM. Oh, I love this one.
Okay, well that's in loop, I think.
I should actually hook an antenna up to it. It has about 18 inches of a little jumper cable there for FM. But so this is all LED backlit now. Cleaned up all the controls. AM works good. You know what? I'm not going to put any more parts in this one. I'm not going to do a full restoration despite its age. It just works so well as it is. And it's one I don't want to put a lot of dollars in, but do you know what? This be a great, like, stereo just to have as a stereo. You don't have to spend a fortune. So far I've got about, between buying it and the parts, about 70 bucks in it. That's awesome. And like, this thing will last for years. And if you listen to phono, it's got magnetic phono stage, so kind of nice unit, and the wood sleeve is spotless. That's the one thing that I liked about why I bought it. I usually don't buy as many low-end ones anymore because they end up sitting all over the house. I get in trouble for that. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening.